Two Strictly stars look set for the chop on the BBC dance show this weekend. A leading body language expert has shared his thoughts on the remaining contestants and who he predicts will go this weekend, following this year's annual Blackpool special. And it appears former tennis player Annabelle could be in trouble, after reaching the pinnacle of her abilities, while West End star Leighton could also be in danger following a confidence blow. Speaking on behalf of Betfair Bingo, body language expert Darren Stanton said, Annabelle could be the next casualty to leave the competition. She showed regular signs of nervousness and I could sense she felt out of her depth last week. She knows she doesn't have very long to prove her place on the show. At this stage, Angela and Johannes have done well and they are a strong couple in terms of the trust they have with one another. However, they are playing it quite safe and they will need to show they aren't afraid to take some risks. I definitely think Annabelle has reached the pinnacle of her abilities. She looks very tired and wants to go. There comes a point with certain contestants, where you don't see the same degree of intensity as some of the other celebrities. Annabelle is certainly one to look for in the bottom two. Speaking of Leighton, he said, I could see that Leighton and Nikita were also a couple who felt the pressure last week. I could see that Leighton slipped up a few times, and he was nervous. It's clear he was feeling the pressure and it knocked his confidence a bit. He wasn't feeling as strong and connected with Nikita. Normally Leighton is grinning from ear to ear, but this week I picked up on a few fake smiles. I could sense some self-doubt as his eye contact wasn't as engaged and he wasn't as open with himself. As well as sharing his predictions for this week's dance-off, Darren opens up on why Ellie Leach and Vito Coppola will make it to the final thanks to their passionate partnership, and what's in store for Nigel Harman after slipping behind last week. He said, Ellie is really emerging as one of the strongest contenders on the show. They have passionate body language with one another, with engaged eye contact and clear reciprocal liking, even when they're not dancing. I can definitely see Ellie reaching the final at this stage, as she's doing all the right things. I can see that Ellie and Vito are now in a closer relationship and it's been growing week on week. Ellie and Vito have proven they are there to learn, but to also embrace every moment they have together. Ellie has been pretty consistent apart from a few blips. I'm going to predict that Ellie will make it to the final with Nigel, who has a lot to prove this week. I don't believe the rest of the celebrities will be able to maintain the same degree of rapport or connection. He added, last week was a real blip for Nigel and Katya, which none of us saw coming. They really appeared to slip behind. We also saw Nigel storm off after receiving his score. I think they thought they had it in the bag, and they could relax a bit, but they took their eyes off the ball and it didn't do them any favors. The pressure may have gotten to them and they will be feeling it even more now. We also saw a different side to Katya. Normally we see her feeling a lot of joy with no fake smiles, but last week she was putting on a front. She displayed signals of disgust and anger. It tells us that they felt humiliated to be in a low position. Join the Daily Records WhatsApp community here and get the latest news sent straight to your messages. I'm concerned for Nigel now. He really needs to up his game this week and prove his position. He didn't display the same levels of confidence, connection or rapport compared to previous routines. It's going to be interesting to see how it goes for him this week. He really needs to recover and regain his confidence in order to pull it back. If he doesn't, it could go one or two ways. However, according to bookies odds, Annabelle will join in the bottom two by Angela Scanlon. With just 6 names still standing, the bookies have the pair priced at 7/4 apiece to be eliminated next, while Bobby Brazier and Nigel are 5-1 each for an unlikely exit. Elsewhere, Ellie is unsurprisingly the safest celeb still in the competition, at 66-1 to be the next name to leave the show. Alexa Patti of Ladbrokes said, "Punters are split between 2 unfortunate acts for this weekend's Strictly Boot. As things stand, Annabelle and Angela lead the way, by some distance, to be sent packing. Anything else at this point would no doubt go down as the biggest shock of the series so far." Strictly Come Dancing airs Saturday and Sundays on BBC One and BBC iPlayer.